Good morning, children. Welcome to today's class. Now, yesterday we done the consumer equilibrium in two commodities, more than two commodities, and we had done the schedule part, and I said that I would be doing the graphical part today. So the graphical plot, keeping the same data and the schedule which we took yesterday. On the board, if you would see, we have on the x-axis the units of x commodity, and on the y-axis we will take the utility of x commodity. Okay, children, kindly use a pencil, scale, rubber, etc. for drawing your diagrams. Now, this is a mirror image of the x-axis. On the other side, we will take the units of the y commodity. Wherever there is 10, you put 0, 9 you put 1, 8 you put 2, 7 you put 3, 6 you put 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this way we will see the other units of the y commodity on the x. Okay, and on the y1, we call this the y-axis, here y1, we will take the utility of the y commodity. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Draw that and then I'll come back to you. We need to show both the x and the y commodities together, then only we will know where is the consumer being at equilibrium. So on the x-axis, again I am repeating, we take the units of the x commodities. Starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. On the y-axis, we will take the utility of x commodities. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 are the measures. Then likewise, like I said, we are drawing both the x and the y commodities in one. So we have like what you call a mirror image of the same. 10 here becomes 0, 9 becomes 1, 8 becomes 2, 7 becomes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these will be showing the units of the y commodity. On the other side, because this is y, we will call this y as y1 or y dash. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14 are the measurements. Draw that. Use your scale, use your pencil so that these markings are equal. These markings are equal. Here on the top you will write units of x commodities and below you will write units of the y commodities going from this side, the arrow sign. X commodities are this way, y commodity is this way. Now, how do we plot in this sort of a diagram? Simple. Look into the schedule of yesterday's. On the first unit, MUX, the utils was 14. So look here, children. First unit 14. With the scale, put a dot or a cross over here. Okay, 1 is 14. What are we plotting? The X commodities utils, MUX, MUX utils. Second, when he goes to the second unit is 12. So second unit is 12. Use your scale, place a cross or a dot, whatever you want. Similarly, 3 is 10, 4 is 8, 5 is 6, 6 is 4, 7 is 2. So you see these are the dots or the crosses which I had put. Before that, your question told you that your marginal utility of money is 4 utils. So at the fourth, you draw a horizontal line to the x-axis, meeting this 4 and this 4, a straight line, and this will show you your marginal utility of M, which is equal to 4 utils. And through the numerical schedule, what did we see? That 6 units of X commodities and 4 units of the Y commodities will equal the money, which is rupees 10. Assuming the price of X to be 1 and the price of Y also to be 1. Remember, yesterday we took out at 1 into 6 plus 1 into 4 is equal to 10. So here you see on 6, it is crossing or it is intersecting the MUM line at 4 over here. This is what we plotted. Join the dots, children, you will get a straight line. You will get an absolutely straight line. Here you may see a slight curve, but that is because it's on the board. It's not very accurate. But however, you will be using a scale and a pencil. You can use that and get a straight line. This is how we plot the MUX. And this line which is there, it is called MUX upon PX. The marginal utility of X upon PX price. Now similarly, we will plot for Y. So 1 unit of Y, CMUY, PY would be 10. So 1 is here, children, 10 is here. Join it, put a dot over them. Similarly, 2 is 8, 3 is 6, 4 again is 4, okay, 5 is, what was 5? 5 was 2, here 2, 6 was 0. Join all these dots with a scale, you will get a straight line. This time again the Y is cutting the MUM at the 4th unit. So when we draw this line down over here, it shows that 6 units of X commodities, and if you bring this line down over here, 4 units of Y. So what we had said was PX into QX plus PY into QY gives you money. Price was 1, for X was 6, plus price was 1, 4 is equal to money was 10, 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. This is what this diagram is showing you. 4 units of Y, 6 units of X. Spend the entire amount of money. So the consumer equilibrium for two commodities is shown here. So the same schedule is being put in a diagrammatic form, in a graphical form. Kindly note this down. And where is the equilibrium point? Here it is written MUX upon PX, first condition, is equal to MUY upon PY, must equals MUN. This is the first one. This is the second one. The entire amount of money should be spent. Okay. At equilibrium point, the money spent is equal to income. The money spent is equal to the income. And what was the third condition? That it should also follow the law of diminishing marginal utility, and that I already showed you yesterday. As more and more units are being consumed, the marginal utility of the commodity will keep on declining or decreasing. So this is a double diagram all done in one. Now if you fold this up like that, you get what you call a mirror image of the diagram. So the x, this will come over here, becomes 0 and so on. We have taken it. On the x-axis, we have the units of the x commodity, and on the y-axis, below that, we have the units of the y commodity on the x-axis. On the y-axis, we have taken the utility of the x commodity. We call it on the y-axis, and on y1 or y dash, we have taken the utility of the y commodity. This point where both cut on MUM, this point is E. E is the equilibrium point. At this point, MUX upon PX is equal to MUY upon PY is equal to MUM. Kindly draw the neat diagram using a scale, pencil. Keep a rubber handy at all times. Remember, in economics this year, you must have a pencil, rubber, and a scale at all times present. So x-axis, we have both the units of the x commodity as well as the units of the y commodity. One going from the left to the right, that is the x commodity, and the y commodity going from the right to the left. So where 10 becomes 0, where 9 becomes 1 for y, 8 becomes 2, 7 becomes 3. So we are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the right to the left for the y commodities units, and of course the x commodity goes from the left to the right. The arrows are shown. Your y-axis shows you the units or the utility of the x commodity, and the y dash or y1 shows you the utility of the y commodity. You are plotting the MUX PX, which is in your schedule, using the units. 1 is 14, 2 is 12, 3 is 10, and so on. So you'll get a straight line. Take the scale and join the dots. You will get a straight line. Meanwhile, your question says the marginal utility of money, or MUM, is 4. So this 4 and this 4 join a straight horizontal line. parallel to the x-axis, and call this MUM is equal to 4 utils. This is given in the question. This is important because this is the first condition which has to be met. MUX upon PX is equal to MUY upon PY must equals MUM. So they must all meet here. The point where it cuts over here, this line cuts over here, that point mark it as E, and this is called the equilibrium point. And at the equilibrium point, we will see MUX upon PX is equal to MUY upon PY is equal to MUM. In other words, the marginal utility of X upon the price of X equals the marginal utility of Y upon the price of Y. That equals the marginal utility of money. And as per our yesterday's question, a consumer wants to spend rupees 10 on two goods X and Y, the price of X being 1, the price of Y being 1, and the marginal utility of money is given as 4 utils. Using that data, yesterday we done the numerical part. Today we have converted that numerical part into a graphical diagram or a diagrammatic representation of the same. I hope I am clear, children. Have you all finished drawing the diagram? One of you, please answer me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir.
We will go on with the next topic for today, which is, remember children, this was the consumer equilibrium by the cardinal method. Cardinal method is where we use units like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Fixed units. That is the cardinal approach. Now today we will do the consumer equilibrium through the ordinal approach, and it is by the indifference curve analysis. Now what is the ordinal approach? Remember children, I also told you on the first day of this class, of this topic, that ordinal gives ranks or preferences. There's no fixed units given as 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead, we give the first preference, second preference, third preference, or we give the first rank, second rank, third rank. We rank them. We do not give exact numbers. So please write down, the indifference curve was developed by Hicks and Allen. Hicks and Allen. Some spell Allen as A-L-L-E-N also. Some spell it as A-L-A-N. They are the same. Hicks and Allen gave this approach, which is called the ordinal approach. And ordinal utility means, write down, that the consumer can rank the preference whether one commodity is preferred over the other. It may be a single commodity or a combination of different commodities. A combination of two goods, a combination of two goods, within brackets you can write x and y, x comma y. The combination of two goods, x and y, consumed by a household, consumed by a household is called a bundle. It's called a bundle. And the collection of all the bundles that a consumer can buy with his income at the prevailing market price is called a budget set. It's called a budget set. So we will stop till today here. We'll stop here till today, and we will take up this topic again tomorrow. We are running out of time. I will not be able to complete. So I am stopping it over here to continue it tomorrow.